Yahweh, Yahweh. Today we're back with another Marshallese lesson. Today we're going over advanced demonstratives. All right, last time we went over just the basic demonstratives. Today it's a little bit more advanced. So in Marshallese, everything that we're talking about, whenever you have a conversation with anybody, it's all about the relationship between the speaker and the listener. And what I mean by that is like physically located, like where things are physically located in relation to where the speaker is and the listener. So here they are. We have near speaker in between, near listener, in sight of both the speaker and the listener, or like far away. So yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, so we'll start with this near speaker one. So let's say Phineas says to the rock, like, "Hey, do you see this tree?" Um, that would be this tree next to Phineas because that tree is next to him. So we would use these. We'd use a, so singular. Wodige is the word for tree, so wodige a, and that's how you indicate this tree that's near me. Uh, then say there were multiple trees, we use que, wadigi que. Uh, and if it were people instead of trees, then we would just say armed re.
Perfect. Yeah, and a similar thing for the in between, right? So if there's a book in between Phineas and the Rock, then we would just say like book in, right? Just one book, and, and the singular works for things and people for all of these. So then if there were multiple books, we would say book kein if the books are in between them, right? And then if it's people, it'll be like rein, like these people in between us. And this also works not only if it's physically in between, but if you're saying just like, oh, we've been talking about it, a subject, like say we've been talking about books for a while, now it becomes in between us. And so it'd be like, oh yeah, like these things that we're talking about, then it would be like in or kein or rein for just these things that we're talking about. So it's literally and figuratively in that sense.
Cool. Now we'll move to near listener. So now Phineas is talking to the rock about something that's near the rock. So let's say his tank top. So Phineas is like, "Hey, can you take off that tank top?" um, so tank top nay. Kumarunke wudagi tank top nay. So that's how you'd say that. Then kane, as we've established, that's just going to make it multiple tank tops. Tank top kane, and then armage rane. So yeah, that's the speaker talking about something near the listener.
Awesome. And then if Phineas is talking about something that's in sight of both of them, it's not necessarily in between them, it's not really near either of them, but it's just in sight, then we would use these ones, the insight. So en, kan, and vran. En, again, singular for people and things. Kan, plural for things. Vran, plural for people.
And then this far one down here, so ueo, coco, and roro, that's basically taking the insight just one step further, and it's not in between near or near the speaker or near the listener. It's far away. It's out of sight. Um, so like Marshallese people will say this about like the United States. Like we're talking really far away here. So ueo for singular, uh, coco for plural of things, roro for plural people.
Awesome. And sometimes, even if things are fairly close, they're just being a little dramatic. They'll use those too. It's like that remote control is so far away, but it's like just like 3 feet away, but it's like, ooh, whale. So
Yeah, that
yeah.
is true. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's do a couple example sentences. And to you, the listener who is watching this, you should, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, y'all should practice these a ton. Practice them. Just practice, practice, practice because this is a lot. It's like all fairly simple, I think, to grasp, and like our explanation isn't going to be a lot. But just watching this once through isn't going to do you much good unless you kind of practice getting these down. Like, oh, near speaker, in between, listener. So just practicing these over and over will be really helpful. So let's do a couple examples. I'm gonna put these the font size up. How would I say that tree and then near the listener?
So would it be nay?
Really? Nay. Perfect.
Boom. Okay. Um, we can break down that sentence I said earlier. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, can you take off your tank top?
Let's just
It
yeah, we'll
just
do like tank top and then
it's just in my brain.
near the listener.
Think
So yeah, you can say tank top.
of that.
Nay again, right? Because yeah, near the listener. Now, what if Phineas was talking about like multiple tank tops, but they were near him, near the speaker? How would we say that? Listen.
Uh, so think of that. Think of okay.
Hey, perfect.
I'll throw out another example. Let's say a Marshallese person in America is talking about like, oh, I miss eating those coconuts in the Marshall Islands because they're
Mhm.
far away. So, uh, yeah, using that far away.
So yeah, coconuts and then far away. So we can't. Let's break it down. Um, it's going to be an object that's plural. So we know we're not going to use singular or plural people. We're going to use that plural object. And so ni is coconut, but to make it plural and far away, we say gogo. So ni gogo.
Go, go. Okay.
What if I were to say, and if you go into the Marshall Islands, you'll actually hear this a lot. Um, our islands that are these, like in between us or that we're on.
Island gain, right? That's what you're thinking.
Island
Yeah.
claim.
Cool.
And then just to make it ours, like belonging to the people, this is, throwing in some possessives, but it would be our, so our
Mhm.
islands. So yeah, whenever we have possessives, it goes noun, demonstrative, possessive. And so, feel free to throw in possessives with these as well. Awesome. How are we feeling, AJ?
That's great.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Uh, Island gain, that's a good example. That's something you'll see on t-shirts, hear it in songs. So it's a good little phrase to know.
Yeah. Okay, sick. We could do like 1,000 more examples, but I want you guys to come up with some of your own examples. If you have trouble coming up with nouns, just practice saying like nouns that are pretty simple, that we've already gone over, or you can look up Marshallese dictionary and look up nouns online. So then just throw in these demonstratives and keep practicing.